It's 11 p.m. and these are the headlines. The 55th edition of the Algiers International Fair was inaugurated yesterday by the President of the Republic. More than 700 national and international companies are taking part in it. Visiting several pavilions and stands, the President of the Republic praised the projects achieved. Graduation ceremonies continue, and today we will head to the Military Polytechnic School, Shahid Abdurrahman Talib, the Higher School of the Territorial Air Defense, and the Higher School of Military Administration. The toll of the Zionist genocidal aggression against the Gaza Strip exceeds the 37,000 and 86,000 injured. In the last 24 hours, 32 martyrs and dozens of wounded have been registered. Unprecedented humanitarian crisis is raging in Gaza. Welcome back, everyone. The 55th edition of the Algiers International Fair was inaugurated yesterday by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune. More than 700 national and international companies are taking part in it, visiting several pavilions and stands. The President of the Republic praised the projects achieved thanks to the efforts made during the last years. Yasin Hamdi reports.
Launched on yesterday under the theme Gateway for Exchanges, Partnership and Investment, the 55th edition of the Algiers International Fair is the most important event of the year. During the inauguration, the President of the Republic highlighted Algeria's economic strategy. At the Italian stand, the President greeted the investments of the Italian companies working in Algeria, particularly the cereal production project in the south of the country.
Je vous remercie pour tout ce que l'Italie est en train de faire avec nous. Avec le dernier né, les 36 000 hectares à Tibimoun. C'est une bonne chose.
J'espère que votre visite en Italie s'est bien passée.
Très bien, comme toujours.
Merci, monsieur.
Merci beaucoup.
The President of the Republic visited Turkey's stand, the honorary guest of this edition. Then, he visited the stands dedicated for the Sahrawi Republic and the State of Palestine. The head of state was given explanations on the military field hospital under the Ministry of National Defense. He affirmed that Algeria would help the Gaza Strip with field hospitals. The President of the Republic inquired about the new military material and equipment. At the stand of the Central Institution of Construction under the Ministry of National Defense, the head of state invited this institution to take part in the construction of the mining village in Garage Bilet.
Au fur et à mesure qu'on voit, parce que là, pour Tindouf, pour Garage Bilet, on a besoin d'un village minier, c'est d'urgence, dès le début de l'exploitation, où je dois comme.
While visiting the stands of the Algerian companies taking part in this event, the President of the Republic highlighted the qualitative progress achieved by Algeria during the last few years. He insisted on the necessity of increasing the production capacities to export and achieve self-sufficiency.
National, au moins, de 2,5 millions, 3 millions de tonnes de graines qu'il faut triturer à Koutama, et à ce moment-là, on n'a plus de restrictions pour l'exportation de l'huile.
Exactement.
Et on libère totalement pour l'exportation vers les pays voisins, vers d'autres pays, et on n'importera plus rien.
The President of the Republic greeted the efforts of the Condor company in producing fridge compressors and insisted on the importance of the new technologies.
Parce que l'électroménager, actuellement, est programmé pour l'obsolescence rapide.
Exactement.
Et c'est pour ça que le produit intact, comme les Algériens vont l'acheter, parce qu'il ne tombe pas en obsolescence. À 5 ans, 6 ans, il commence à vieillir, avoir quelques défaillances. Mais à 10 ans, le compresseur TAC, comme à 10 ans.
C'est une première mondiale.
Bien sûr. Ils vont le critiquer parce que vous leur tuez des chaînes de production.
All these efforts and opportunities reflect Algeria's will to promote the national production, the investments, and the non-hydrocarbon exports.
Exchanges Bridges is the slogan of the International Economic Fair of the 2024 edition, an edition during which partnership and investment opportunities are put ahead, considering the participation of Algerian companies to present their production. عمل بعقبان نجح طيار.
Paving the way to major export opportunities is what the Algiers International Fair has been completed in this 55th edition as a result to highlighting the remarkable advances made by the national companies. Consider Group is already in Tunisia, in Mauritania, and soon we will be in Senegal. We are working on cooperation with an Irish company, and we are aiming for other cooperations too. The Algerian companies have succeeded in establishing themselves on the international market, all on account of the encouragement and support measures taken by the government. We export both our products and raw material to various countries such as Canada, the United States of America, and some European countries such as France, Belgium and Spain. Also to some African countries like Libya and Mauritania. We currently have projects and new export contracts. We are in the process of breaking the record of the pre-reduced iron production for the 4th year in a row, which proves the high engineering level of Algeria. We will have an income of about $700 to $800 million, and we aim to make the income of $2 billion for Algeria the next year. Due to the national export promotion policy as part of the 2020-2030 vision, several industrial sectors have achieved a very positive results in terms of production and export.
And the Prime Minister Nadil Abari received a phone call today from the Prime Minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates of Palestine, Mohammed Mustafa, who conveyed greetings and recognition of the President of the State of Palestine, Mahmoud Abbas, to his brother, the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, for his tireless efforts to mobilize international support for the Palestinian cause, particularly in the Security Council, and for the Palestinian people's recovery of their legitimate rights. The Palestinian Prime Minister also expressed the thanks and gratitude of the Palestinian leaders and people to the President of the Republic for his decision to pay the second installment of Algeria's contribution to the budget of the Palestinian Authority for the current year in order to alleviate the suffering of the Palestinian people and strengthen their resilience in the face of relentless Zionist aggression. And tasked by the President of the Republic, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and National Committee Abroad, Ahmed Attaf, arrived to Vienna in Austria as part of an official visit. The program consists of two parts, namely the relations between Algeria and the various international organizations based in Vienna, and economic partnership relations and political dialogue between Algeria and Austria. Ahmed Attaf is expected to hold talks with the heads of various agencies and organizations, and will have a working session with his Austrian counterpart, Alexander Schallenberg, devoted to studying ways and means of strengthening cooperation and partnership relations between the two countries in their various dimensions and components, in addition to the latest regional and international developments of common interest. And the Minister of Justice, Keeper of the Seals, Abdulrashid Tibi, carried out today an inspection visit to structures in the sector to inquire about the operation of judicial activity at the Court of Algiers and its tribunals. The Minister began his visit by inspecting the Zirada Tribunal project, where he received detailed explanations. At the Court of Algiers, Abdulrashid Tibi listened to a presentation on the activities of the court and its tribunals before visiting the court's facilities and kicking off the 3-day open days of the court. The Minister also visited the Sidi Mohammed Tribunal as well as the Economic and Financial Criminal Division. And the operation to collect individual signature application forms is still being carried out at the headquarters of the Independent National Elections Authority. As of today, 27 individuals willing to stand as candidates for the presidential election on the 7th of September have collected their individual signature forms. Significant material and human resources have been mobilized for this operation, including more than 14,000 agents. They have until the 18th of July to complete this operation. And then we have this communique from the Ministry of National Defense as part of the fight against terrorism and during a search and covering operation at Mishtat al-Qara al-Yara'i, located between Zidin area and Amuruna in the military zone of Ain Difla in the 1st Military Region. A detachment of the PNA shot dead yesterday terrorist B. Mustafa, known as Khalid Mazin, who has joined terrorist groups in 2007. The terrorist was in possession of Kalashnikov machine gun, a magazine loaded with ammunition, a pair of binoculars and other items. This operation retrains the vigilance and determination of the PNA units in hunting down these criminals throughout the country until they are eradicated. Graduation ceremonies continue, and today we will head to the Military Polytechnic School, Shahid Abdurrahman Talib, the Higher School of the Territorial Air Defense, and the Higher School of Military Administration. Yasin Hamdi with the review.
The Military Polytechnic School, Shahid Abdurrahman Talib, trains very high-level executives and provides graduation and post-graduation trainings in science and engineering techniques. The graduation ceremony started with the inspection of the military squares by the Major General Ali Sidan, commander of the 1st Military Region. Then, the General, commander of the school, delivered a speech in which he focused on the main phases of the training of the high-level military skills thanks to the experienced teaching staff. After taking the oath, the graduates received their diplomas and their military ranks. Then, the graduated promotion handed over the national emblem to the new promotion. The Major General, commander of the 1st Military Region, gave his approval to name the graduated promotions after the Shahid Ammar Juwadi, known as Abdurrahman. Then, the interns made a military parade in which they demonstrated mastery and consistency that reflect their high-level training. The graduation projects of the graduated engineers were displayed, thus reflecting the quality of their training and the mastery of modern technologies. At the end of the ceremony, the family of the Shahid was honored. The Higher School of the Territorial Air Defense provides a quality training according to the high technology standards. The graduation ceremony started with the inspection of the military squares by the Major General Abdelaziz Houam, commander of the Territorial Air Defense Forces. The commander of the Higher School of the Territorial Air Defense delivered a speech in which he focused on the importance of the training system followed by the graduates, as well as the scientific and military knowledge acquired during the training. After taking the oath, the graduates received their diplomas and their military ranks. Then, the graduated promotion handed over the national emblem to the new promotion. The Major General, commander of the Territorial Air Defense Forces, gave his approval to name the graduated promotions after the late Mujahid Ghanez Mahmoud. Then, the graduated promotions made a military parade. The commander of the Territorial Air Defense Forces inspected the school's educational equipment and visited the radar simulation station, a weapon simulator, and other educational installations for quality training in the field of territorial air defense. The commander of the Territorial Air Defense Forces visited the school's museum. At the end of the ceremony, the family of the Mujahid Ghanez Mahmoud was honored by the Major General who signed the school's Golden Book. After inspecting the military squares by the General Ahmed Gharbi, the Central Director of the Stewardship at the Ministry of National Defense, the commander of the Higher School of Military Administration, delivered a speech in which he focused on the quality of the training. After taking the oath, the graduates received their diplomas and their military ranks. Then, the graduated promotion handed over the national emblem to the new promotion. The General Ahmed Gharbi gave his approval to name the graduated promotion after the Shahid Muhammad Baghdadi, known as Abd al-Wahhab. The graduation ceremony was marked by sports and military exhibitions that reflect the training level of the graduated promotions. The graduated officers performed the military parade with great precision. The officers' graduation memoirs were displayed. The graduation ceremony ended with a tribute paid to the family of the Shahid Muhammad Baghdadi.
Taking the floor amid the monthly meeting of the UNSC on the Palestinian cause, as well as the ongoing aggression on the Gaza Strip, Amr Jamal, Algeria's permanent representative to the UNSC, stressed that Palestinians are dying of hunger and the only party responsible is the Zionist entity. Let's have a listen.
169 ont été blessés. 10 mois de guerre sans merci ont suffi pour transformer la bande de Gaza en un véritable cimetière à ciel ouvert. Selon l'office
The toll of the Zionist genocidal aggression against the Gaza Strip exceeds the 37,000 and 86,000 injured. In the last 24 hours, 32 martyrs and dozens of wounded have been registered. An unprecedented humanitarian crisis is raging in Gaza. Thousands of families are forced to rely on contaminated water for their daily need, while the Zionist entity continues to block most humanitarian aid to the enclave, leaving the population hungry and thirsty. The UNRWA expressed its concerns about a silent war in the occupied West Bank.
مرة أخرى نجتمع لمناقشة الحالة في الأرض الفلسطينية المحتلة بعد حوالي 9 أشهر منذ أن بدأت السلطة الإسرائيلية القائمة بالاحتلال بعدوانها مغير المعقول ضد الشعب الفلسطيني الأعزل. ما من حاجة لتكرار الإحصائيات، فإن الحالة الإنسانية في قطاع غزة وهي كارثية بالفعل تدهورت أكثر. يموت الناس من الجوع في غزة.
On the occasion of the Tourism National Day, Tipaza Tourist Village seizes the chance to promote the province's tourism, and that by organizing activities to increase the understanding about the region's assets and the preservation of its natural and artisanal heritage. More insights with Saida Mayouf and Najah Tayar.
The National Tourism Day came on time to spread awareness about the natural heritage preservation in Tipaza province, to recognize worth also of the artisanal products of the region, and Tipaza Tourist Village activities transmitted well the idea. Tipaza province has a very beautiful forests that extend across 40,315 hectares, which represents 23% of the province's area. We have more than 14 localities containing coastal forests, which plays a key role in promoting the tourism. This day is the opportunity to point out our intervention operations' importance, especially the scuba diving operations. The civil protection of Tipaza has 36 open water divers. To boost the local tourism, the artisanal and natural products were also presented in this touristic village. All the actors who contribute positively in the touristic activity are present here, such as the civil society, which is working hard for the success of the summer season. We have made reductions that can reach 40% of the previous prices. These offers are valid until June 13th. I invite people from all the European countries to come and discover our beaches. We have 1,200 kilometers of heavenly coastline. The Tipaza touristic village is one of Algeria's most visited sites, and this year, no less than the previous ones, is preparing it to be as amazing as always for all its summer visitors.
And that was it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.